Hey guys, Brian, Mr. SF Studios. Well, I wanted to share with you kind of behind the scenes how I do these Nekhbet episodes. I mean, obviously it begins with a script, and I type it up in normal movie form, which is a thing with a scene number. It tells you where the scene takes place, whether it's day or night. Then you have a character name, and you have their line, another character name, their line, and so forth. But what's interesting is the director's copy. This is my script, right? So in the margins, that's I think why movie scripts are this way, is so you can make lots of notes. So I'll even storyboard like what I want to see. Here's Commander Ramses and Jehudi at his console. Close up of Jehudi. Jehudi, Ramses, say standing, you know, just little notes for when I film it. I know exactly what I want to do. Let me see. Ramses. This is Ramses talking to Osset on the view screen, and it pretty much ended up looking like that in the show. Here's Seth with his dagger, playing with his dagger. Seth and Haru standing in the bay, and then I also storyboard it sometimes on a separate sheet of paper. Here's Haru and Seth, a close up of Seth. Anpu and Seth, you know, they're very crude, but they don't need to be perfect. I'm not making a comic book, I'm making a movie, so just as long as I have little notes, I know what I'm wanting for my shots when we go to do it. It makes it a lot more efficient. I guess originally I wanted to do a 3-shot with Osset, Haru, and Anpu, but changed it because I play both Haru and Anpu, so I would have had to chroma key or do split screen, which I've done. And in the final scene on the CIC, that is chroma key, where he passes by me. He's not really present. He's on a green screen, and I'm on the set, because when you're playing 2 characters, obviously you can't occupy the same space physically. When I do the base star Imperious Leader scenes, since the Imperious Leader is in a mask and up on that thing, mostly it's about his hands. So sometimes I'll just draw little things I want to do with his hands. Like I want him to point at a certain point, or open up his hands, or wave them, or whatever. So that helps me when I go to shoot that. Here's a note, 2nd unit. This is for the scene where the ringing of the bell for the past, the dead Viper pilots. I really wanted to do a 2nd unit shot with extras in the hallway looking up, listening to the bells, but that got axed because that's more people, that's more costumes, it's more lighting, it's another set, and really it just didn't add, so I didn't really bother with it. I would like to do more of that kind of stuff in the future if I can get more people involved, but you know, I'm doing this with no budget, just as quick and easy as I can. There's Ramses sitting in his chair when Anpu brings the head. See, there's Anpu and the head and Ramses. So that's just kind of fun. I thought you might get a kick out of seeing how I do this. And then here's the final scene. No one fracks with Anpu. See, there's Ramses in his chair, Jehudi there, and here I am, Haru, coming to the front. So it's all figured out in my mind way before I go shoot. You know, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and that just makes it so efficient when the performers get here. This is kind of fun. This is a model that someone built of a shuttlecraft from the original Battlestar Galactica, and that's what I worked on to create my mural that Osset stands in front of. See, here's the door of the shuttlecraft. Anyway. And these are wooden little button heads you can get from Woodpecker Crafts. Something I loved about the original show, 1978 Battlestar, is that they had these big exposed rivets on all their walls, like it was a big metal thing that's been riveted together. So we had to have that, at least somewhere, and so I built it into this shuttlecraft set in the hangar bay. Anyway, I just thought you guys might enjoy seeing behind the scenes of Nekhbet, how a pre-production works with the script and the storyboarding and notes made by the director before he even goes on the set. At least that's how I do it. I don't know how other people work, but this works for me. A lot of people do really elaborate storyboards. I mean, the big budget movies have like a cartoon artist do do these storyboards perfectly. So you're looking at a Marvel comic basically, and then they just go and film exactly what they have in these pretty pictures. But I don't draw that well, and you know, it doesn't need to be. It's just in my mind. I need a visual representation of where someone's going to be, what objects are around them, what it's going to look like, you know. Okay, well, be well. We've got the next one written, so stay tuned. We'll try and get it out to you sometime here during the holidays. It's going to be hard because we got Thanksgiving and Christmas, getting people together to shoot. You know how that goes. Okay, guys, be well. Take care. Have a good week.